Thank you very much for joining us for this live Bitfundza webinar for March 9th, 2018. For those of you just joined, my name is Max Garza III. I'll be your host and presenter today. My business partner, Ray Fulmer, and I are very excited that now all of the new donation levels are in place. We have many people now that understand that these new donation levels will allow us, even when Bitcoin goes to 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, to make this crowdfunding platform very, very, very agreeable. Meaning, people coming in will be able to crowdfund Bitcoin for decades to come. And the reason why that happens, guys, is because right now, if you look at your screen, Bitcoin is at $8,862.17. Not everybody globally has, $9 grand to go buy a Bitcoin, right? But everybody has at least $100 to get started crowdfunding, learning about digital currency. The beauty in our system is not just a crowdfunding mechanism, it's also an education platform. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do trainings. And last week, many of you learned about Ethereum. We had so many people on the training last week, and they were so excited to learn more about ERC20 standards, Ethereum wallets, you name it. People were just, we had the most people in the training last week, and we had the most people reach out to us because now they really understood why ICOs are so hot right now. But many of you today, what I want to do is I want to educate you on, digital currency in general, and then also Bitfundza. Right now, guys, if you look at your screen, there's over 1,548 digital currencies being bought and sold around the world. The market cap has kind of dwindled a little bit to 396 billion. As you know, we were very close to breaking $1 trillion just a few months ago, and it's going to happen, guys. This asset class is brand new. As an example, Forex does about 5.2 trillion daily. And the beauty in what we have is that Bitcoin isn't even $1 trillion industry itself yet. So imagine that for a second. Imagine when Bitcoin alone is going to be $1 trillion a day industry, because it's going to happen. Now, what I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is the volume is starting to pick up. Over the last 24 hours, we have almost $20 billion in volume. That's a good sign to pull us out of this, retracement, this bear market, because pretty soon what's going to happen is the bulls are going to come out, and we call it bulls on parade, right? People are going to start buying stuff up, alternative coins, Bitcoin, etc. And so we just try and prepare you. We try and educate you so you understand what's going on. But let's talk about the top 10 today. Bitcoin, the alpha in the market, the granddaddy that started it all, $149 billion in market cap, $8,862 per Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum comes in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We know that from the training last week, they've got a smart contract blockchain technology, and that's really kind of leading the explosion in ICOs around the world right now. Many people are doing ERC20 and ERC223 standards for their ICO minting. So that's just a long way of saying that people are using smart contracts, guys, to create phenomenal technology, everything from banking to real estate to taxes to Hollywood. I mean, literally, the smart contract blockchain is going to change many of the things we do on a daily basis. They come in at $67 billion. They're down to $691.66. Now, one thing about Ethereum, guys, they've reached 67 billion faster than Bitcoin. That's what's awesome. Coin comes in at $34 billion in market cap, being bought and sold at just at a penny. Now, many of you, this is a new coin, guys, and it's kind of like a advertising coin. They went from this. If anybody's on Cryptopia, many people were buying up Coin at like 1 Satoshi, and then they went in and traded. I think it was 10,000 coins to 1. So right now the volume is amazing because everybody was buying it at 1 Satoshi. Pretty good development team. They kind of have a roadmap where they kind of got stuck, and now they're trying to turn it all around. We wish them the best of luck, because at the end of the day, we want all crypto to succeed, right? But this is a new one that just came in, and again, it's just because they were selling at 1 Satoshi. So it was driving volume like you'd not believe. Now, Ripple comes in number 4. Ripple is a technology that's going to allow us to make money off the backs of banks finally. So for those of you that are always looking for core coins, we tell everybody what we consider core coins are coins that are going to be around for decades to come that provide massive value to ecosystems. And we always talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin being 4 core coins. And slowly but surely, NEO is creeping into that conversation, guys. So for those of you that are very safe, that love mutual funds and stuff like this, remember, this is not trading advice because these are unregulated and unregistered securities. So, do your own due diligence. We just give you the education so you can make money like the rest of us, right? But yeah, those core coins, guys, will be around for decades because they provide massive, massive value. And they have huge ecosystems of people that love the technology. But Ripple obviously is going to help banks with remittance, sending money internationally, domestically, faster, cheaper, and more secure. They come in at 32 billion. Guys, very cheap right now at 82 cents. As many of you recall, it shot up all the way close to $4. And so right now that's highly undervalued. And every time you use Ripple, it gets burned from the supply. So this supply looks amazingly huge, right? But remember, every time they're using Ripple, it's getting burned. So slowly but surely that supply is going down, and the demand obviously is still going to be increasing. Bitcoin Cash comes in at number 5. Roger Ver is doing a great job of making this a transactional coin, guys. Pretty soon you'll see Bitcoin Cash being accepted at more and more retailers. He's trying to make it similar to what Lite Coin has right now, but as you know, guys, Lite Coin has a phenomenal development team. Now, Bitcoin Cash comes in at $16 billion in market cap, being bought and sold at $967.53. And again, look at all this red, right? You see all this red? So that means that people are pretty much selling off much of their holdings. But we always tell people the long-term holders will always win out over the day traders and margin traders, guys. Remember that. Put your money in good technologies and, just wait a few years. And then when you come back and you make your couple 100,000, a couple million, obviously take Ray out on a dinner or something, right? So number 6, my favorite coin besides Bitcoin. Actually, it's a pretty good tie. It's like dating Jessica Biel and dating Jessica Alba at the same time. You don't know which one you want to date more, right? Litecoin, my homeboy, Charlie Lee, $9.9 billion in market cap. Guys, this is the transactional coin of our generation. You can do micropayments, nano payments. They're working on cross-chain atomic swaps to decentralize exchanges. They're also working on the Lightning Network. Obviously the Lightning Network and the Raiden Network for Ethereum are going to help us with all this congestion because, again, we want to get more and more TPS, transactions per second, just like Visa, right? One day we'll be just as big, if not bigger than Visa when I talk about digital currency. But Litecoin with Charlie Lee and his dev team, they're leading the way, guys. And at $179.38, this is a freaking steal, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you that always ask me where I put my money, I have a lot of money in Litecoin because I believe in their development team. NEO, the Chinese Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen, 5.7 billion market cap, being bought and sold at $88.88. That's the lucky number in Asia, 8888. So I know right now there's a lot of people who are going to see that in Asia, and they're going to buy that up like crazy. That is a good luck number. I might go buy some NEO today just because of that. But if you know one thing about China, guys, and just Asia in general, very mature cryptocurrency market. Now, they want NEO to be the Chinese Ethereum. So if, Ethereum has gone up to $1,200, $1,400, and right now it's at $691, and the Chinese have a ton of money in crypto, this 8888 is probably a good point for you to understand that one day it's going to be at 700, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. So that's what I'm telling you guys, do your due diligence because there's a lot of phenomenal technology. And when the dust settles, NEO will probably be one of the only tokens left in China that is actually doing something with their technology. Stellar comes in at number 8, $5.4 billion in market cap, being bought and sold at 29 cents right now. Stellar has a gentleman that came from Ripple, and they kind of forked their technology. Payment solution also kind of like Ripple, guys. Phenomenal development team. And again, we need as many transactional coins on the market as possible because the more mass adoption we have, the more it raises the entire confidence of cryptocurrency globally. Cardano comes in at number 9, 5.2 billion in market cap, being bought and sold at 20.3 cents per Cardano token. Very scientific in the way they're creating their platform, guys. Many developments will happen on the Cardano, Ethereum, Lisk, Waves platforms, guys. Stellar, just because what happens is people come in and they want to develop in different languages, everything from C# to C++ to Java, and that's why we feel that many of these platform technologies are going to win out overall because it's more stable. You have more people developing on them. At number 10, we've got Monero, $4.1 billion market cap, down to $262.22 per Monero token. Now, guys, Monero obviously is an anonymity token. Many of these tokens like Monero, Dash, Verge, they'll do very well in the future because not everybody wants all their information out for everybody to see on the interwebs. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, We just hope that you have a great weekend buying and selling your digital currency. Make sure that you rewind the information you just heard, take some notes, because at the end of the day, there's some magic in the top 10. They're not top 10 for no reason, right? And there's a lot of other altcoins you learn about in training. Like last week, we talked about Litecoin. This week, we're going to talk a lot about a coin that you do not want to miss out on. Literally right now, the Chinese government or the Korean government just made a big announcement on implementing some of their blockchain technology. So if you're on that training tomorrow, you will learn about it. Let's get into the presentation, guys. I mean, I don't know about you, but that excites me when I understand that we have the best timing in the world right now, guys, to be able to change our family's financial futures for decades to come. So welcome to the Bitfundza VIP Launch 2018. We're going to show you how to raise money for your cause, help people achieve their dreams in 2018. So you might be asking yourself, what is Bitcoin? Like paper money and gold before it, Bitcoin is a currency that allows parties to exchange value. Like as an example, you know, if you've got a bank account, right, or a PayPal, all of that money, all that value inside of your bank account PayPal are ones and zeros, right? So if I sent Major right now $50 through PayPal, I'm not sending them, you know, paper money. I'm sending them ones and zeros. That's the same thing with Bitcoin, guys. It's just a transfer of value, right? So unlike its predecessors, Bitcoin is digital and decentralized. For the first time in history, people can exchange value without intermediaries like banks, which translates to greater control of funds and lower fees. Now, when we first got started, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Bitcoin was a novelty. And the reason why I say that is because in 2008, we read the white paper, but we really didn't understand it. I even remember asking my father about cryptocurrency, and he said that they'd been around since the 80s, but they could never solve the Byzantine problem, the double spend problem. So I thought that was fascinating. I was like, well, look, and I had my dad read the white paper, and he said, oh, that's interesting. He goes, they claim to have a blockchain that solves the Byzantine problem. So I knew they were onto something, but nobody was really training anybody about Bitcoin or blockchain. Nobody was accepting it in 2009 and 2010. It was more of a novelty, right? So, you know, it wasn't until 2012 that we really started getting highly involved in Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, people started accepting it for currency, or I should say, they started accepting it for products and services. One of the main reasons we started getting involved is we started seeing massive volatility, where it would go to $60 and then drop down to $2. So just like securities, guys, where you trade on markets daily and you see this volatility, that's how people make money. So we were very interested in that volatility because we knew we could make money. We didn't know the longevity of it. We didn't know the roadmap, because really nobody really knew what was going to happen with Bitcoin. But if you look at this right now, in 2012, when we started really getting excited about Bitcoin, WordPress started taking Bitcoin as a payment solution. Etsy, 4chan, 2013 brought about Overstock.com, which was huge for us because we bought stuff on Overstock.com. We booked travel on cheapair.com with Bitcoin. You could pay Reddit with Bitcoin, Virgin Galactic, Shopify. 2014 was even more exciting, guys. I remember buying a Dell computer with Bitcoin. I remember booking travel on Expedia with Bitcoin. Fiverr, Dish Network, Tiger Direct, Microsoft. Many of you have children, guys. Your children right now are creating Bitcoin wallets to pay for their games on the Xbox network as we speak. PayPal started accepting Bitcoin in 2014. Twitch, 2015 brought about big blockchain or big blocky companies like Famza.com, Purse. But many of you know who Tesla is, right, guys? So Tesla, you can walk into a Tesla. There's a Tesla here in West Plano. I can walk in there, and if I so choose to buy a Tesla, I can even buy it with Bitcoin. Lambo, everybody probably growing up had a Lamborghini poster. I know that I had a Lamborghini poster growing up in junior high and high school. But guess what? You can walk in and buy a Lamborghini Aventador with Bitcoin. You can go to a Sacramento Kings NBA basketball game, buy tickets, jerseys, beer, cookies, hot dogs, you name it, guys. That's how I know that Bitcoin is not going to go anywhere. If China could not destroy Bitcoin, no country can destroy Bitcoin. Subway sandwiches, everybody probably has had a Subway at some point in their lifetime. Guess what? Some of them take Bitcoin. Philadelphia Brewing Company, we talked about WordPress, Reddit, Elite Email. There's so many more online media companies that are taking Bitcoin, guys. Even Amazon is about to announce they're about to start taking Bitcoin, and that's going to be good to help us get out of this bear market. Now, retailers in Japan alone, ladies and gentlemen, there's over 400,000 retailers that take Bitcoin. But some of the bigger names that we know about are Baby Goodies, Mixteas.com, Overstock, Shopify, Tiger Direct, and obviously Zenego. For those of you that have kids, that's a gaming company. But what is Bitcoin crowdfunding? Because at the end of the day, we're creating something so brand new, ladies and gentlemen, something so disruptive, and you get to see it first. It's similar to GoFundMe, but with Bitcoin. Now, GoFundMe is a crowdfunding platform that allows people in some, but not all countries to raise money for events ranging from life events, such as celebrations and graduations, to challenging circumstances like accidents and illnesses. Guys, we probably know somebody, right? A friend, a family member that has set up a GoFundMe. It's a beautiful company, beautiful concept. But remember, not everybody has access to banking infrastructure. So if you have a bank, guess what? You can't set up a GoFundMe. So 3.5 billion global citizens have access to banking infrastructure, but there's 7.6 billion global citizens on planet Earth. Do the math. There's a lot of people that really could use a Bitcoin wallet because you don't need to ask a bank for permission. No government controls it, right? You can set up a wallet in under 2 minutes, and guess what? You are buying and selling stuff online with Bitcoin. Now, it is similar to Kickstarter, but again, with Bitcoin. Kickstarter is the world's largest funding platform for creative projects, a home for film, music, art, theater, games, comics, design, photography, and much, much more. But here comes Bitfundza, ladies and gentlemen. Now a new way to raise Bitcoin globally in 2018. Bitfundza is an online cryptocurrency education platform and peer-to-peer donation system built for the advancement of the global Bitcoin community. Now, Bitfundza will allow you to fund your dreams with Bitcoin for decades to come. Guys, some of you work with cancer charities, right? Children's charities, homeless charities, churches in general. Many of you have kids that are on baseball teams, dance teams, etc. You can crowdfund for all those things with Bitcoin, guys. That's what's phenomenal. Not everybody's looking to make $500,000. Some people are just looking to raise a couple thousand dollars every month, guys. That's the beauty in our system. You don't have to come in and raise $1 million in Bitcoin. You can raise $100, $1,000 every single month. That's what's beautiful. Now, you might be asking yourself, how does Bitfundza work and how do you get started in 2018? So global citizens who want to participate with Bitfundza donate Bitcoin to each other through a 3x5 tracking matrix. That's right, guys. The people have the power. The reason why we did it this way is so that you could obviously help your fellow man or fellow woman in their daily routine, because remember, guys, everybody has a different organization that they're passionate about. But we want to make sure that the company did not have any centralized wallets, that every member was sending Bitcoin to each other's wallets, so that at the end of the day, if somebody just wants to raise Bitcoin for 30, 60, 90 days, and they want to bolt and go do something else, they can. If they want to raise Bitcoin for 3, 6, 9, 15 years, they can. That's the beauty in our system. Now, this type of matrix puts a person, organization, or nonprofit at the top of a matrix that has 3 positions right under them. We made it very simple, right? And the way you start, guys, is you activate your Bitfundza cryptocurrency education package with 0.001 Bitcoin. Then get 3 people or organizations to activate on your link using your back office link. And now you're going to receive 0.003 Bitcoin directly into your Bitcoin wallet. Guys, it's really that simple. And just so you can see something, let's use round numbers, right? Let's say that Bitcoin today is going to get to 9,000. So if Bitcoin was at 9,000, you would multiply that. Look at this number right here, 0.001, right? Times 0.001, that'd be $9. So we do have a yearly admin fee, guys, and that's $19.99. Once you pay that, you get 12 months of access to the system. Whether you're donating or not, you still have access to the trainings. You still have access to everything we teach people about ICOs, exchanges, wallets, etc. But if you're going to be donating, obviously these are 30-day cycles, right? So if you're going to be crowdfunding Bitcoin, imagine $19.99. So basically for less than 30 bucks, you can get started today, right? So make sure you get back with the person that invited you, because it's really easy to set up your Bitcoin wallets. We can teach you how to do all that. We have videos in our Bitfundza YouTube channel that teach you how to set up a Coinbase, that teach you how to set up a blockchain wallet. Literally, guys, we show you everything from A to Z, Litecoin. We want you to win massively in 2018 and beyond. So once you do that, guys, remember, you just started with less than 30 bucks, right? Because you got to pay the yearly fee. After that, the yearly fee is just one time. After that, let's say the Bitcoin stayed at 9,000 next month, then you would pay $9 to activate your level 1, so you can keep those 3 payments, those 3 donations the next month. So now you don't have to worry about money coming out of your pocket anymore, guys, because what you're going to do, if you want to go to level 2, remember, you got 3 people, like 3 colleagues, 3 organizations, or 3 nonprofits to look at this system and donate to your cause. So now that 0.003, all you're going to do to activate your level 2 donation upline is you're going to take 0.002 Bitcoin, right? So remember, that's coming out of your wallet. And now you're going to qualify to get 0.002 Bitcoin level 2 activations from your 9 level 2 downlines. And that's going to total 0.018 BTC. Now, the beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that at the end of the day, what's going to happen here is, remember, we're creating spillover upline and downline. And because of that, not just the leaders globally or the VIPs are going to be making money, but their entire teams are going to be making money. Raymond Fulmer and I decided to make this system create spillover upline and downline so everybody worked as a team. And remember, guys, now when we're doing 0.002, that's only $18 in Bitcoin if we were using the $9,000 per Bitcoin, right? So when that happens, guys, look at this. Now in your wallet, you're going to have 0.018 BTC. So look at level 3. And the way this works is, let's say that, let me look at who's on the webinar real quick. So let's say that Andrew, I use Andrew and Major because they're always on these webinars. So let's say that Andrew shared this concept with me. Remember, my 0.001 would go to Andrew. And let's say that Major was Andrew's sponsor. So when I donate my level 2 donation, it doesn't go to Andrew, it goes to Major, right? So it's a beautiful system because remember, we're creating teamwork, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. But let's go one more level down because it all works the same after level 3, 4, and 5, guys. I don't want to get your eyes too big this week, and I want you to be able to relax and not worry about not having enough people in your Bitfundza organization. But check this out. So now that I have 0.018 Bitcoin to activate my level 3 donation upline, I'm going to send 0.01 Bitcoin, and now I qualify to get 0.01 BTC level 3 activations from my 27 level 3 downlines, and that's going to total 0.27 BTC. So imagine this, guys. Let's say that Raymond Fulmer had sponsored Major, right? So when I go level 3, remember, I already have enough BTC to upgrade to level 3. So I'm going to send Raymond because he's my level 3 upline, right? So remember, level 1 went to Andrew, my level 2 went to Major, and now my level 3 is going to go to Raymond Fulmer. But at $9,000, guys, if we did 0.01, that'd be 90 bucks, right? So imagine 90 bucks that I sent to Raymond, $18 that I sent to Major, and $9 that I sent to Andrew for their causes, right? And now people are going to be donating to my cause on those 3 levels. Now, I can only receive donations on the levels where I have qualified, where I've sent donations. So if I've sent donations on level 1, 2, and 3, those are the only 3 levels that I can receive donations on for this cycle, right? But let's say that I went 1 level more. Let's say I activated my level 4 donation upline with 0.1 BTC, and now I qualify to get 0.1 BTC level 4 activations from my 81 level 4 downlines, totaling 8.1 Bitcoin, guys. I'm gonna blow your mind real quick on a Friday. If Bitcoin was at 9,000 today, right? And let's say that my team, I have a really good team right now, right? When we're talking about Raymond Fulmer, Major Hinton, Andrew Calhoun. Let's say that Derek Tellez was out of the UK, and let's say that Big Derek was Ray's sponsor. I know they're going to help me fill out my entire levels, but check this out. If I fill out my level 4, let's just say 8 Bitcoin times $9,000, that's $72,000 in Bitcoin this month. And if I want to re-energize all these 4 positions next month, I can, because at the end of the day, I want to build residual Bitcoin, right? Even if I was doing half this good, I would still be very excited because the majority of people, again, don't have $9,000 to go buy Bitcoin, right? But they do have less than 30 bucks to get started. So that's why this system is so exciting, guys. But one thing I will tell you is, let's just say that Ken McGavitt was level 5. Let's say that Ken was Derek Tellez's sponsor. Remember, my level 1 went to Andrew, level 2 went to Major, level 3 went to Raymond Fulmer, my level 4 went to Derek Tellez out of the UK, and my level 5 goes to Ken McGavitt out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So when I activate my level 5 donation upline with 2 Bitcoin, right, that's 18 grand. Remember, I'm sitting on 8.1 Bitcoin because my team helped me fill all these levels in. With my work and they work, anything's possible, guys. I'm going to qualify to get 2 Bitcoin level 5 activations from my 243 level 5 downlines, totaling 486 Bitcoin. Now, guys, we have some people that are already filling out their level 4s as we speak. But I just want to show you something because, again, we call this Friday for a reason, right? If let's say 486. Let's just say that you had 100 Bitcoin. I'm not even gonna say 486 because if you do the calculations, it'll blow your mind. But if you had 100 Bitcoin at 9,000, that's $900,000 in Bitcoin a month. Again, the 100, right? Basically almost 1/5 of that. So to say that we're excited about this program is an understatement. But check this out. Total potential Bitcoin for expanding out entire 5 levels, 494.39 Bitcoin, guys. Now, if I had all 5 levels and my team was helping me build this out completely, my total activation and monthly recharge costs, remember, these are 30-day cycles, right, guys? Every 30 days, I got to recharge if I want to continue to build residual Bitcoin. Based on levels that I'm receiving activation amounts, 2.11 BTC. So take that 2.11 away from 494. We're talking about 492 Bitcoin if you filled it all out completely. Now, we have some people that obviously have family members that, husband, wives, churches, and they have multiple positions because they've got that many people globally, right? So there's some people, guys, that are already making 20, 30, 50 Bitcoin. We hope that this allows you to understand why everybody is so jazzed about Bitfundza. So get started with Bitfundza today. Get back with the person, organization, or nonprofit that shared this incredible project with you. We hope that your cause, organization, or movement wins big in 2017. Guys, it's time to be extraordinary. Help others win in 2018 and beyond. And it's kind of like what Zig Ziglar says, right, guys? If you help others get what they want, then you'll be able to get what you want, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about taking the eyes off yourself and making sure you can help hundreds of millions of people globally learn about this digital revolution that's occurring right underneath their noses, guys. This is not going to go anywhere. This is the greatest transfer of wealth we've ever seen in our entire lifetime. One day, your children and your grandchildren will ask you, hey, dad or grandpa or mom or grandma, what did you do when Bitcoin first came on the scene, when they were in phase 1? And you can say 2 things. I literally was a lion and I went out and I slayed it every single day, every single week. Or you can say, man, I missed out on Bitcoin just like I missed out on the internet boom in the 90s and early 2000s, right? But guys, we know that you're way smarter than that. We know that you know that Bitcoin is not going to go anywhere, and you're going to build a massive team with Bitfundza for years to come, guys. Now, don't forget, if you would have purchased $100 of Bitcoin in 2009, you would have about $343 million today. Crazy, huh? Cryptocurrency is seeing massive adoption globally. Educate yourselves and win massively. Guys, in our YouTube, we have a lot of trainings. We have trainings on Coinbase, on blockchain, on exchanges, guys, you name it. We've got many of you that have downloaded these handouts. Don't forget that every time we do a webinar, there's a handout portion, and literally what you can do, guys, is you can go in and download those handouts and share those with your teams. What I want you to understand is, at the end of the day, educate your people, because the more you can educate them, the more you can win, guys. And so the first thing you want to do is make sure they get set up with their Coinbase account, make sure they set up the blockchain wallet, blockchain.info. Don't forget, once you do that, you're off to the races. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you again tomorrow for our training at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget that at noon Central Standard Time tomorrow, we also do a Privileged Card Club webinar, because we just signed an agreement with a company out of the UK so that our members with this program that's coming out of the UK will be able to drive a brand new vehicle every 2 years for their lifetime. So don't forget to get your people on that webinar at noon and training at 3. If you make just a small sacrifice to learn about what is going on, your life will change for the better. We don't care if you graduate from Yale or you graduate from jail. We're going to take everybody to the top, baby. Have a great weekend, guys. We will talk to you tomorrow at noon and 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. This webinar is now adjourned.